Have you ever pondered whether a sacred image might cast shadows rather than illuminate your dwelling? When something that seems holy may be hiding a threat to your tranquility, your loved ones, and your bond with the divine. This is not a mere caution or an embellished tale of the extraordinary. An urgent call resonates from the heart of Catholic spirituality, reverberating through the contemplations of Pope Francis, who has frequently pondered the insidious ways in which evil can seep into what seems sacred. We find ourselves in an era where belief is transformed into a commodity to be consumed. Religious images have taken on new life as decorative treasures. In our daily lives, we may unwittingly invite items into our sanctuaries that fail to uplift the divine or pay homage to the sacred. Instead, these objects can distort their essence, taint the spiritual atmosphere, and quietly usher in unseen adversaries. In the midst of today's tumult, a guiding figure like Francis beckons us to remain watchful, nurturing a heart that is clear, serious, and discerning through his ministry. Refrain from displaying this image of Mary within your home. It might usher in shadows, but what sort of picture are we envisioning? It's not centered around a particular figure labeled as cursed or condemned by the Church. It delves into realms that are both intricate and perilous. The sacred spiritual distortion. The adversary. Understanding that countless hearts cherish the Virgin Mary. A subtle infiltration of the devotion has begun, cloaking malevolence in the guise of virtue, rendering the destruction of images unnecessary. Now he mimics them, twists them, drains them of meaning, reshaping them into something beautiful yet devoid of spirit. Yet, in a most profound way, countless souls remain oblivious to it all. If you hold faith in the strength of spiritual safeguarding and wish to convey this message to those who might benefit, leave a comment saying, "Pope Francis, protect my home." Your words will assist in spreading this message to more souls who may be unwittingly welcoming shadows instead of illumination. Guided by profound pastoral insight and a heart nurtured in prayer, Francis has uncovered these spiritual pitfalls. Time and again, he has beckoned the devoted to peer past the surface and ponder the roots of what they invite into their lives. Some objects, even when accompanied by the best of intentions, can stir a disquiet within, a disturbance of peace that ought not to be overlooked. This does not come from a divine source. One must declare, this image does not represent her, and such clarity must be accompanied by strength, sadness, and profound empathy for those who are unwittingly deceived. Now, more than ever, this message must resonate. For not everything that seems Catholic genuinely is. Not every depiction of Mary embodies the Virgin. Not all that shines with a halo and a smile evokes a call to prayer. Among these images, particularly the contemporary ones, there lies a tapestry woven with enigmatic symbols, vacant stares, and a sensuality that masquerades as tenderness. And the most troubling aspect is that countless individuals position them on their altars, unaware that they are beckoning a shadow to take the place of the light that ought to shine there. The adversary recognizes the strength that comes from genuine loyalty. He understands that a sacred image can bestow safety, tranquility, and heavenly grace upon a dwelling. Thus, he has crafted a cunning approach, forging religious artifacts that appear outwardly sacred yet are devoid of true spiritual essence. These deceptive images fail to bridge our connection to the divine. A subtle disturbance weaves its way into our sanctuaries, gradually influencing the very essence of our dwellings. Pause and reflect on that for a moment. How thoughtfully do you select the sacred artifacts that grace your living space? Have you ever pondered their beginnings, the purpose that sparked their existence? Or do you choose what captivates the eye with its beauty? In today's world, countless individuals of the Catholic faith find themselves acquiring images through online platforms, decoration shops, or bustling markets, often detached from their spiritual significance. They select based on outward looks instead of the deeper essence, and thus, The adversary seizes this very moment to unveil his imitation of the divine. Francis has illuminated the notion that the battle of the spirit often unfolds in subtle and unexpected forms. At times, it whispers softly, delving into items that appear innocent or even enchanting. An altered depiction of Mary does not merely fall short of safeguarding. Your home may become a realm of spiritual exposure. The changes may unfold slowly over time. Heightened disputes, lingering unease, challenges in prayer, restless nights, or an overarching weight that fills the space. These symptoms frequently remain hidden, their true nature overlooked. The aftermath of embracing a deceptive spirit within our hallowed grounds. But how might we unveil the essence of these images? What indicators can help us determine the spiritual authenticity of an image of Mary? Initially, we should take note of our emotions as we engage in prayer before it. Should an image fail to evoke memories? Should it disperse your musings? When an air of discomfort lingers nearby, it beckons you to question its intentions. Next, observe the concealed symbols, the turned blossoms, the pentagrams, the camouflaged serpents, and the elusive hand movements. Heard, the visage's portrayal. The Virgin Mary has always been portrayed as pure, humble, and transcendent. She personifies tranquility, innocence, and an unwavering devotion to the divine plan. Understanding the roots of the sacred images we invite into our spaces is essential. Numerous items find their way into our hands from shops or online platforms that bear no connection to the Church, while others are created by individuals who may not share our beliefs, or might even embrace opposing ideologies. During a pastoral visit, Pope Francis thoughtfully remarked that the artist's intention imprints itself upon the creation. Without a pure intention, the image will fail to convey elegance. An authentic portrayal of Mary must not merely capture her appearance, but also embody her essence. Her eyes must shine with warmth, profound understanding, and a nurturing spirit. In contrast, deceptive portrayals frequently present frigid or excessively polished expressions that lack depth and warmth. The stance and movements hold significance as well. Is she depicted as the sovereign of the skies? Or has her revered honor been tarnished? Do her hands extend in a gesture of blessing? Or do they weave unfamiliar symbols that stray from the familiar paths of Catholic tradition? Every hue tells a tale. Across the ages, Mary is depicted in blue, symbolizing grace, in white, representing purity, and in red, embodying the passion of her Son. Disorderly color palettes frequently divert attention away from the sacred act of prayer. Some might weave in delicate symbols from traditions outside of Christianity. Thus, it becomes crucial to reflect on the origins and the craftsmanship behind a religious item. Was it brought into existence through heartfelt prayer and a deep comprehension of Catholic values? Is it graced with a blessing? Does it align with the traditional portrayal of the Mother of God by the Church? Images that hold spiritual significance are not mere decorations churned out in bulk. From a place of deep respect and unwavering commitment, they emerge, as has been imparted by the wise guardians of faith. Not all that is marketed as divine holds genuine sanctity. The essence behind the creation holds equal weight to its appearance. Beloved siblings, if the Rosary has captured your heart and you yearn to enrich the devotion, we have crafted a sincere resource especially for you. In the realm of faith, the Rosary stands as a beacon of hope, weaving together tales of miracles, safeguarding souls, and bestowing divine graces upon those who seek its embrace. This book aims to elevate your spiritual journey. Discover the art of praying the Rosary with profound purpose. Delve into compelling narratives and ponder the phrases that have moved hearts across time. Embark on a transformative 30-day journey filled with daily intentions designed to deepen your faith. Uncover unique prayers that offer healing, protection, and strength along the way. The Rosary has long stood as a formidable instrument of faith. It can belong to you as well. To obtain it, just follow the link provided in the comments. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Mary, a devoted mother of 3 who embraced her faith with unwavering dedication, praying the rosary every single day. On a vibrant spring afternoon, she stumbled upon a contemporary depiction of the Virgin Mary in the vast expanse of the internet. The image unfolded with a peculiar style, where the face danced in abstraction, adorned by a floral crown brimming with curious symbols, and the colors burst forth in a vibrant, mismatched symphony. Yet, Mary envisioned it as a lovely enhancement to her sacred prayer space. Yet, once it found its place within her abode, the atmosphere began to shift. The youngest child was haunted by nightmares, steering clear of the room where the image lingered like a shadow. Her husband, typically a picture of tranquility, began to show signs of growing agitation. Mary, who once found solace in prayer, now experienced a sense of restlessness and unease as she knelt before the image. A change whispered through our home. She later recounted, "We were a harmonious family. Then, out of nowhere, tension crept in. Restlessness took hold, and disputes arose over trivial matters. After weeks of growing discomfort, Mary sought guidance from her parish priest, presenting him with a photo of the image. She awaited his reaction, which came swiftly. 'This is not a genuine depiction of Our Lady. Where did you uncover this?' he inquired. He elaborated that the artwork contained concealed elements linked to mystical practices, distinct from Catholic doctrine. The floral arrangement in the crown adhered to a design acknowledged in arcane circles, while the hand gesture resonated with symbols absent from sacred tradition. Under the priest's counsel, Mary invoked prayer to remove the image and substituted it with a revered statue of Our Lady of Fatima. The transformation was striking. Peace returned, and the nightmares faded away. Prayer regained its sacred essence. This was no mere coincidence. It was the result of newfound spiritual clarity. Mary now shares her wisdom with others, reminding them that not everything that appears holy is genuinely so. She learned to be discerning about the spiritual objects she welcomed into her home. Pope Francis, in his numerous reflections, has highlighted the power of blessed objects as conduits of divine grace, while also warning that items crafted without purity can lead to spiritual confusion. When an image is crafted with ulterior motives, be it for gain or belief, it can bear a taint. Introducing such an item into our sanctuary is akin to igniting a flame that casts shadows, rather than illuminating. Though it may escape our sight, its presence is palpable in the air we breathe, in our feelings, in our struggle to connect with the divine. This insight serves as a reminder that sacred items are far more than mere decorative pieces. These are sacred instruments designed to unlock a passage to the divine, not to disorder. Authentic representations of the saints, crafted with faith and sanctified through prayer, serve as conduits of grace. In contrast, counterfeit images, regardless of their allure, dismantle that connection. This transcends mere superstition. It is a matter of discernment. The Catholic Church has consistently cherished sacramentals such as holy water, blessed salt, crucifixes, and revered images. When embraced with belief, they transform into shields of spiritual safeguarding. Pope Francis honored this tradition, yet he offered an essential caution. These items must be genuine, consecrated, and approached with respect. Envision your home as a sacred ecosystem, where each object plays a role in shaping the spiritual ambience. Much like the way plants refresh the air around us, sacred images, when properly honored, can elevate the spiritual ambience of a space. However, akin to how some plants may harbor toxicity, misleading representations can slowly taint the atmosphere of a home. The repercussions may not be instantly apparent, yet as time unfolds, they reveal themselves in the spiritual and emotional health of the family. In the tapestry of Francis's pastoral reflections, a recurring theme emerged: The peril of twisted portrayals of Mary. Acknowledging her essential role in spiritual safeguarding, he frequently noted that in places where Mary is genuinely revered, the adversary cannot linger. This understanding sheds light on why the enemy strives so tirelessly to tarnish her image. He recognizes the strength of her genuine essence, substituting real portrayals with imitations. He seeks to undermine one of our most formidable spiritual shields. The Virgin Mary, in numerous sanctioned visions, has cautioned us about the enemy's growing cunning in these final days. The answer lies not in succumbing to fear. To find the answer, we must reflect, examine our offerings, and humbly seek the guidance of the Holy Spirit, asking, "Is this pleasing to you?" And when uncertainty arises, take action. This goes beyond mere appearance. It speaks to a deeper commitment. To this end, the Church has provided a series of tangible steps. Begin by offering a heartfelt prayer before the image that holds significance for you. If you find yourself lacking peace or unable to connect in prayer, consider setting it aside for a while. Pay attention to your inner spiritual reaction as you look upon it. Does it bring you nearer to the divine? Does it ignite a sense of devotion? Or does it leave you feeling hollow, distracted, or uneasy? Trust in your spiritual intuition, especially when it harmonizes with your prayers, as it serves as a profound guide for discernment. Next, seek the blessing of a priest. Should he hesitate or decline, consider that a significant indication. Seasoned priests possess the insight to identify troubling aspects of religious art, in perceiving details that may have eluded you. Their reluctance to bless an image is frequently rooted in profound spiritual understanding. That warrants your respect. If you sense a spiritual disconnection with the image, it's best not to share it with others. Consider breaking, burning, or burying it. Accompany this act with a prayer of purification. While this may seem drastic, when an object holds negative spiritual energy, it's important to prevent it from impacting others. The disposal of such items should be approached with intention, asking for divine assistance to neutralize any harmful effects. Fourth, substitute it with a genuine, time-honored, sacred image that embodies the essence of Mary's motherhood. Reflect on depictions of Our Lady that have received the Church's blessing through ages of reverence, such as the Virgin of Guadalupe, Our Lady of Fatima, the Miraculous Medal, or Our Lady of Perpetual Help. These images have endured through the ages, serving as vessels of innumerable blessings for the devoted. The perfect image has the power to elevate your home, transforming it into a sanctuary. A depiction of Fatima, Lourdes, or Guadalupe, with a serene expression, humble attire, and a gaze full of compassion, can imbue the space with an unseen yet palpable presence. In a place where the rosary is recited, a profound truth unfolds. Where Mary treads, darkness cannot linger. Allow me to share a heartfelt prayer, drawn from the depths of Marian devotion. This is a prayer to dedicate your home to the true Virgin, to seal any unwitting openings that may have been made. Most Holy Virgin, Mother of Light, I invite you into my home to claim your rightful place as Queen and Mother. If there is anything upon these walls that brings you discomfort, reveal it to me with clarity. My desire is to serve you in sincerity. I wish for only your true essence to reside within my home. Cleanse this space with your presence. Envelop each room with your purity, transforming this dwelling into a sanctuary where prayers are lifted, love is exchanged, and life unfolds in harmony with the spirit of your Son. Amen. This prayer is not meant to be recited in a mechanical fashion. It should be offered with genuine sincerity and unwavering faith. Imagine saying it as you stroll through each room of your home, perhaps accompanied by blessed candles or holy water. If you have them, remember, the intention behind the prayer holds as much significance as the words you speak. Imagine welcoming the genuine essence of Mary into your home, seeking her wisdom about any items that may not truly honor her. In this journey, Pope Francis has often inspired the faithful to enrich such acts with a 9-day novena, fortifying the spiritual sanctuary of their dwelling each day. Offer a decade of the Rosary with intention, focusing on the purification and blessing of your living space. On the final day, seek the grace of a priest to bless your home, if you can. This thoughtful journey of spiritual cleansing has shown to bring tranquility and clarity to those who desire it. Keep in mind that a home filled with blessings serves as a sanctuary not only for your family, but also for those who come to visit and experience its serene embrace. Mary's genuine essence weaves a tapestry where healing, reconciliation, and spiritual growth can thrive. A home dedicated to her transforms into a slice of paradise on earth. This caution isn't intended to instill fear. Rather, it seeks to illuminate your understanding. For frequently, we remain unaware of the reasons behind our restless nights. Why do we experience anxiety without apparent reason? And why does prayer sometimes feel stagnant? The answer may lie in the objects that surround us, changing on walls, resting on shelves, or placed on bedside tables. Mere faith is insufficient. We must safeguard it. Loving Mary is not enough. We must pay her the respect she rightfully deserves. The battle for our spirits has evolved, becoming more intricate in today's world. The foe has found a way to undermine faith not through overt assaults, but by weaving in subtle deceptions. This is especially evident in the realm of Marian devotion, a steadfast shield for Catholics throughout the ages. By presenting false images that seem harmless yet harbor spiritual corruption, the adversary seeks to erode the sacred protection, all while cloaked in the guise of innocence. Imagine the meticulous attention we give to ensuring the quality and authenticity of our cherished possessions, such as electronics or jewelry. Shouldn't our scrutiny be even greater when it comes to items that symbolize the divine? In a thoughtful reflection, Pope Francis highlighted that true discernment is a blend of prayer and practical wisdom. He urged the faithful to delve into the histories of religious artists and vendors, to seek out creations rooted in the Church's rich tradition, and to ensure that new religious objects receive the sacred blessing they deserve. He also warned of the potential dangers of weaving together genuine religious symbols with those that may cause concern, can create a delicate balance. Just a single spiritually tainted object has the power to disturb the serenity of a sacred space. Imagine, if you will, a single drop of bitterness mingling with a glass of sweet water. The entire essence is altered. This illustrates the significance of thoroughly assessing the religious artifacts within your home. Do not be quick to think that just because the majority of your images are genuine, a single problematic one cannot stir up trouble. Keep in mind that spiritual cleansing is a journey, a continuous endeavor. Much like the way we routinely tidy our living spaces, Francis also highlighted the importance of engaging in regular spiritual cleaning. This process encompasses not only the scrutiny of religious artifacts, but also the reflection on other possessions that may harbor negative energies. There are books that challenge belief, entertainment that celebrates shadows, and items linked to practices that diverge from Christian principles. The aim is not to instill fear, but to encourage wise awareness. After offering this prayer, I encourage you to reflect on your home spiritually, not with shame, but with liberation and assurance. For Mary arrives not to condemn you, she arrives to save you. The teachings of the Church persist in illuminating the path for those who seek to live in purity. Heed this caution. The adversary understands the power of an authentic image. That is precisely why he attempts to substitute it with hollow imitations. Avoid the snare. Do not permit a counterfeit to take the place of the true mother. Let us pay homage to the Virgin Mary through sincerity, wisdom, and purity of heart. The essence of our devotion holds great significance. In a realm rife with spiritual imitations, may we strive to be those who pursue the true, who hold the sacred in high regard, and who cultivate spaces that genuinely embody the brilliance of heaven. In the teachings of the Church, we find that spiritual protection is not a complex matter, yet it calls for our mindful engagement. We must be discerning about what we permit within our sacred realms. Each time you gaze upon an image of Mary in your dwelling, take a moment to reflect. Does this portrayal bring me nearer to her Son? Does it lead me toward a deeper sense of sanctity? Does it weave a tapestry of tranquility? Should the answer be affirmative, hold that image dear. Let it serve as a beacon for family prayer. Allow it to be a daily reminder of the profound intercession offered through the Mother of God. Always keep this in mind. Where a true image of Mary resides, there is light. Yet, where a lifeless replica exists without prayer, the enemy finds joy in concealment. Consider this: could you be unintentionally offending the Virgin Mary? In the sacred month dedicated to her, May has arrived, bringing with it the fragrance of blossoms that intertwines with the devotion to Mary in churches and homes alike. Many have started their rituals of prayer, adorning altars and lighting candles. However, few take a moment to consider if these acts of devotion genuinely touch the heart of our Heavenly Mother. In times of profound pastoral contemplation, Pope Francis has softly urged the faithful to recognize the significance of sincerity in their devotion. An offering given without genuine warmth or focus may not only miss the chance to invite blessings, but could also bring sorrow to Mary's heart. His insights, gentle as a spring breeze, invite us to reflect on our reverence. Do our prayers ascend like incense through the veil that divides earth from heaven? Or do they meander aimlessly, devoid of genuine love? Today, I will unveil the 5 most prevalent and perilous missteps many Catholics unknowingly take in May. Together, we will revisit the wisdom that Pope Francis has imparted on honoring Mary with a sincere heart. In the final moments, like a vibrant bouquet of spiritual blooms, I shall present a prayer of reparation to the pure heart of Mary. Even if you have stumbled along the way, the grace of mercy can rejuvenate your spirit. Heed this call, for May transcends the ordinary passage of time on the spiritual calendar. It stands as a battleground where the brilliance of Mary's azure mantle clashes with the shadows, seeking to obscure her glow. Your unwavering commitment can serve as a radiant barrier that illuminates your dwelling, or a vulnerable fissure that allows the cold winds of apathy to seep in. If your heart truly cherishes the Virgin Mary, express in the comments, "Mother, I wish to honor you as you deserve." This humble gesture of faith can blossom your heart like a vibrant spring garden. Prepare to embrace this vital lesson. May transcends mere dates on a calendar. It unfolds as a season where the heavens appear adorned in a serene blue, reminiscent of Mary's mantle. The Church has intricately crafted these 31 days into a cherished strand of pearls, celebrating the Mother of God with heartfelt reverence. During this month, it feels as though the gates of heaven are ever so slightly ajar, allowing our prayers to ascend like sweet incense through Mary's pure hands. Pope Francis, with a profound understanding of the Church's spiritual cadence, frequently reflects on the unique grace that envelops this Marian month. His perceptive gaze penetrates the ordinary, revealing how spiritual energies swell in May, resonating with quiet yet powerful emotions. He shares that in this month, Mary graces our presence like the gentle light of dawn, listening to our prayers with heightened awareness, while also acutely sensing the sorrow of our indifference. This spiritual struggle is vividly present, much like the flowers that grace Marian altars. As heaven showers us with abundant graces, it resembles a spring rain that breathes life into all things through Mary's intercession. However, evil relentlessly seeks to divert our attention, to lull us into complacency, or to lead us away from genuine devotion. Much like cold winds that cause delicate blossoms to wither, countless Catholics believe they are paying tribute to Mary, yet they may be unwittingly causing her compassionate heart to weep. This journey transcends mere rituals or surface traditions. It is a profound connection with the one who embraced God's call with every pulse of her spirit. During her moments of reflection and nurturing guidance, Pope Francis has shared profound insights on genuinely honoring Mary, particularly in this hallowed month. As we embark on this sacred journey, let us reflect on the missteps we must steer clear of and the practices that genuinely nurture the spirit of our Divine Mother. One common pitfall is reciting the Rosary as a mere routine, uttering words that drift away without the embrace of heartfelt intention. While many engage in the ritual of the Rosary, few truly embody its essence within the core of their being. In the wisdom imparted by Pope Francis, we find that a shallow approach to prayer carries weighty implications, perhaps more than we realize. He has shared moments of reflection, gently tracing the beads with a sense of solemnity. The Rosary, he observed, stands as a formidable shield against the shadows that seek to envelop us. Yet, when embraced by a heart that lacks warmth, it dulls like a sword left to gather dust. Words that spring from a life steeped in reflection and devotion beckon us to ponder the nature of our prayers, reciting the Rosary while our thoughts wander, allowing daily worries to cloud our minds and keeping our hearts at bay, resembles presenting a faded bloom to your mother on her special day. Imagine receiving a gift from someone who seems detached, merely checking off a box. Mary experiences this too when our lips meet, yet our hearts drift like clouds that offer no rain, particularly in May. As the Blessed Mother draws nearer, each Hail Mary resonates more profoundly in the heavens. The Rosary ought to be a passionate expression of love, not a weight carried out of obligation. Every Hail Mary should be like a new, fragrant rose offered at the feet of our Heavenly Mother. Each mystery serves as a window flung open, inviting us to join Mary in witnessing the sacred moments of Jesus' life. Pope Francis has beautifully depicted the Rosary as a source of love so brilliant that those in its presence can feel a warmth beyond this world, akin to basking in the sun at its zenith. For him, these were not just words. They were a profound meeting with the divine, as tangible as the sting of a wound or the elation of recovery. He urged us to recite each Hail Mary as though it were our inaugural prayer, and potentially our final one in this existence. A call to rectify the folly of thoughtless repetition. Before you embark on your Rosary, take a moment to stand at the entrance of prayer. Inhale the grace that fills the morning air and speak with the earnestness of a sacred promise. My Mother, may my lips not sing your praises while my soul lies dormant in apathy. Stir me with your love, just as the dew stirs the flowers at the break of day. This humble prayer opens your heart to a genuine meeting with Mary, guiding you through the sacred landscape of the Holy Rosary. The second misstep lies in holding onto images of Mary that lack the blessing, akin to vacant frames longing for a divine touch. In numerous homes, one can find stunning depictions of Mary, vibrant prints, graceful paintings, intricate statues adorning living rooms, bedrooms, and family altars. Have you taken the time to bless that image that watches over your home? Have you knelt in prayer before it, dedicating it as a vessel of divine grace, a bridge connecting heaven to your family? Pope Francis, with his compassionate gaze often resting on sacred objects, reminds us that these symbols are not mere decorations gathering dust. They are meant to be vibrant reminders of the divine presence in our lives. An unblessed image may be spiritually empty, akin to a well devoid of water, or even worse, tainted by the hands that crafted it with harmful intent. Much like a cup that appears clean yet harbors bitter residue, he once asserted with conviction, his hand resting upon a sacred image. The devil does not fear an image for its artistic beauty, but rather for the divine power it possesses when consecrated. These words unveil a profound spiritual truth. Holy objects, once consecrated through the Church's prayer, transform into vibrant conduits of grace and protection, akin to windows through which divine light streams into the shadows of the world. As we reflect on the significance of a well-prayed rosary and the sanctity of sacred images, we must not overlook another gesture, often neglected as May unfolds, that may be hindering the flow of countless blessings. The Rosary stands as a powerful spiritual tool, one that Pope Francis has frequently endorsed with gentle guidance and numerous gatherings. Today, it can also be a part of your journey. It aids in steering clear of the missteps that bring sorrow to Mary's heart. Embrace this chance to enrich your spiritual life with a resource that has touched the lives of countless individuals. To download it, just click the link pinned in the comments. The third mistake is overlooking the 1st of May or neglecting to dedicate the month to Mary. Much like forgetting to open the front door of your spiritual abode. Did you know that many saints, whose hearts resonate with Marian love, regard the first day of May as a special chance to consecrate oneself to the Virgin Saint? Every year, John Paul II approached this with a unique devotion, renewing the Totus II that defined his papacy. Saint Teresa, too, anticipated this day with heartfelt longing. The current pope has, on several occasions, proposed starting May with a special act of consecration to Mary, akin to flinging open the windows to welcome the refreshing spring breeze. The error that many Catholics commit is viewing May merely as an extension of April, failing to acknowledge the sacred transition that is taking place. As if nothing extraordinary is unfolding in the calendar of the Spirit. It's as though Mary isn't patiently awaiting, with a mother's heart, a heartfelt gesture of welcome from her beloved children. Imagine the weight of neglecting your mother's birthday, masking it as if it were just another day. The worry is palpable, reflected in the subtle shadow that crosses his face. Those who fail to honor their month to Mary tread a perilous road. Much like a wanderer who turns away from the guiding glow of a lantern in the depths of night. These words serve as a gentle reminder that consecration is not merely a choice for a privileged few, but rather an essential safeguard for each and every one of us during this sacred time. Much like a roof that shields us from the tempests of the Spirit. If you found yourself inactive on the first day, do not cast blame upon yourself or succumb to despair. For the love of Mary is enduring, akin to that of a devoted mother. Embrace this moment, for the early days of May are upon us, and the heavens await your arrival with welcoming arms. Picture a mother, endlessly patient, longing for her child's return, with a heart as open as a flower basking in the sun. Recite this consecration prayer. O Mary, Queen of this beautiful month, I dedicate all of May to you. Every day unfolds with choices and prayers, all aimed at bringing joy to your heart. Accompany me on this journey, never letting me wander alone. Amen. Let us act swiftly, embracing this love without hesitation. For when we delay, the adversary of our spirit takes advantage. Much like a garden choked by weeds when left unattended. A crucial oversight is neglecting to honor Mary during the Mass or the Eucharist. In the tapestry of our daily lives, there exists a moment of profound sanctity. May unfolds not merely as a season adorned with rosaries and blossoms, but as an invitation to place Mary at the heart of our sacramental journey, where the presence of Christ envelops us. Yet, how often do we approach the sacred space of Mass in May, neglecting to whisper even a single Hail Mary before crossing the threshold? Failing to honor her in our communion, and forgetting to utter her name with the tenderness and reverence that should permeate our celebration like a cherished fragrance. Have you heard the tale of the current successor of Peter, who has dedicated numerous masses in gratitude to the Virgin? Witnesses recount that during the Eucharistic canon, a remarkable transformation occurred when he uttered her name, as if illuminated by a divine glow. With an air of mystical assurance, he held the consecrated host, proclaiming that where Jesus resides in the Eucharist, Mary stands beside him, just as she did at the foot of the cross. In the tapestry of our redemption, they remain intertwined, inseparable. To slight Mary at May is to overlook her during the most hallowed moment of the day, the Holy Mass. Imagine inviting your mother to a cherished family gathering only to leave her in the shadows, unacknowledged and unseen. Our Lord, who revered his mother from the cradle to the cross, delights when we pay her the honor she deserves, particularly as we approach to receive Him in Holy Communion. As you gather in the sacred space of Mass, pause before the moment of communion. With heartfelt sincerity, whisper a cherished plea, inviting Mother Mary to walk beside you as you prepare to receive her Son. Ask her to lend you her pure heart, so you may welcome Him with grace, just as she remained steadfast at the foot of the cross. After communion, when Jesus resides within you, like a living sanctuary, express your gratitude with a simple Hail Mary, a token of your appreciation for this divine presence. You can't fathom the solace that brings her pristine heart, akin to a drop of dew on a parched blossom. It is said that Mary aids us in welcoming Jesus with a heart that is more pure and receptive to grace, much like a mother getting her child ready for a significant meeting. Allow me to unfold the tale of Roberto, a man who spent years attending Mass without ever contemplating Mary. On a May Day, inspired by whispers of invoking the Virgin during communion, he took a leap of faith. When I received the host, Roberto shares, for the first time I silently called out, "Mary, help me receive your Son." What I felt was beyond words, a warmth enveloping me like never before, as if two presences were embracing me instead of just one. From that moment onward, each time I approach the altar, I find myself calling upon her presence. Her experience of the sacrament underwent a profound transformation, and her family could see the remarkable shift in her spiritual journey. Embrace the divine support that Roberto uncovered, particularly during the sacred month dedicated to her veneration. The fifth misstep lies in relying on obscure, distorted, or dubious images akin to misaligned windows that allow unsettling shadows to creep in, rather than illuminating the path with light. In these perplexing times, a particular oversight has become all too frequent. Individuals, often without the necessary discernment, find themselves acquiring or embracing representations of Mary that lack the Church's endorsement. These images may harbor concealed symbols or misinterpret her essence, as understood within Catholic tradition. I speak of portrayals featuring exaggerated, piercing eyes that seem to captivate rather than embrace, adorned with garments that echo elements from other faiths or infused with symbols alien to Catholicism, often accompanied by distorted faces or unsettling expressions that fail to reflect the peace and serenity we hold dear. In the realm of the divine feminine, one encounters depictions that intertwine Catholic imagery with the rich tapestry of other faiths and esoteric traditions, much like pristine water marred by foreign elements. In his serene moments of contemplation and gentle guidance, Francis frequently emphasized the importance of clarity and purity in the sacred portrayals that surround us. Upon encountering dubious images, his demeanor transformed into that of a vigilant protector. The portrayal of Mary ought to evoke purity, tranquility, and respect, rather than bewilderment or discomfort. Sacred art is meant to elevate the spirit, not cast it into uncertainty. With a profound spiritual perception that transcended the surface, he discerned how certain seemingly benign images served as conduits for forces that contradicted genuine Marian devotion. To possess an image that does not honor the Blessed Virgin is to invite a dissonance that can fracture the sanctity of your home, much like fissures in a fortress that allow unwelcome forces to seep in. It's akin to flinging open a window to a tempest while striving to cocoon your loved ones in warmth and safety. Approach the images that adorn your space with the same vigilance and wisdom one would employ when securing the doors and windows as dusk descends. When something disrupts your inner calm, when it stirs discomfort within you, or when its roots in the Catholic tradition are unclear, it is wise to let it go with reverence. Take today, for example. When we encounter certain well-known depictions that blend the Virgin with aspects of other spiritual paths, there are images that circulate widely, portraying Mary adorned with esoteric symbols, her features diverging from her Jewish heritage, seemingly crafted to draw attention through their peculiarity. Some present an overly perfect visage, with captivating eyes and an expression that leans more towards the realm of fantasy than divinity. Have you encountered them? Most likely. Yes. They can be found in shops, markets, and even within Catholic households. Always pursue images that are sanctified, endorsed by the Church, and that embody the gentle and humble grace of the Mother of God. Those who, upon gazing at them, beckon you towards prayer and a tranquil heart, serving as a sanctuary of serenity amidst the clamor of life. And if you have stumbled into one or more of these missteps, do not let worry or despair take hold. Mary is not a mother who metes out harsh punishment. She is a mother who guides with boundless love and endless patience. Like a garden yearning for rain after a long drought, she embodies the essence of a mother, patiently awaiting our transformation, a heartfelt gesture of acknowledgement and renewal. Allow me to unfold the tale of Elena, a devoted woman who, for many years, recited the rosary out of mere obligation, devoid of true affection. One fateful day, after encountering profound teachings from a spiritual mentor, she came to realize her error and wept with deep sorrow. With an open heart, she commenced her prayers, envisioning each mystery and uttering each Hail Mary as a testament of love. 3 months later, in the midst of May, while adorning an image of the Virgin in her parish, she was enveloped by an unexplainable fragrance of roses and a tranquility she had never experienced before. She later recounted that she felt as if the Virgin was conveying to her, "Your act of reparation means more to me than 1,000 rosaries said out of habit." This wisdom, shared by one who grasped the depths of the human heart, reveals that a repentant heart offers Mary greater solace than a heart that, though never faltering, remains indifferent. This profound truth, akin to a gentle explosion for the soul, unveils that our loving return, after acknowledging our shortcomings, holds a special place in the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Today, let us unite in a prayer of reparation, not as those who dread the consequences of their missteps, but as those eager to bring comfort to their Heavenly Mother with a bouquet of heartfelt words. Recite it slowly, relishing each word like sweet spiritual nectar, allowing it to flow from the depths of your heart. In this gentle month of May, I reach out to you, dear Mother, seeking your forgiveness. Forgive me for my distracted prayers, for the silences that should have been filled with Hail Marys, for the images that slipped from my mind, for the altars left bare, and for not honoring you as you truly deserve. Today, with love, I mend the wrongs of my past. I offer you my words, my thoughts, my family, my home, and my heart. Purify me of all lukewarmness. Ignite within me a genuine love, a deep yearning to dedicate this month wholly to you. Mother, remain by my side. Lead me. Show me the way to pray. And should I falter once more, do not forsake me. Embrace me with your gentleness and assist me in starting anew. This prayer, emerging from a humble heart like a flower blossoming amidst the stones, reaches straight to the essence of Mary and brings restoration to your spiritual journey. As the morning dew breathes new life into the garden, my beloved brothers and sisters, we have traversed the sacred path of faith together, reflecting on how to honor our Heavenly Mother during her cherished month. Much like pearls strung upon a rosary, let us keep in mind the 5 missteps we must gently steer clear of, such as reciting the rosary without allowing our hearts to truly engage. There are on-bed images yearning for recognition, standing at the edge of a sacred month, a threshold of dedication. In the midst of the Eucharist, we risk overlooking Mary, the moment when Christ graces us with His presence. We must be wary of using images that fail to capture her true maternal beauty. Each of these reflections beckons us toward a richer, more mindful, and more affectionate devotion to the Blessed Virgin. This journey transcends mere obligations or ticking off items on a list. It is about experiencing a genuine connection of the heart with the one who loves us more deeply than anyone else in this world, who yearns for our love as parched earth longs for rain. Share your thoughts in the comments as a heartfelt expression of love. Mother Mary, I wish to honor you with all that I am. Pass this video along to someone in your life who cherishes the Virgin, or may be stumbling into these errors without realizing it, so they can also make amends and pay tribute to our Mother in a way that radiates the divine light. Let this month be more than just a mark on your spiritual journey. Embrace this month as a time to mend, restore, and rejuvenate your commitment to Mary, akin to uncovering a cherished gem long hidden within your own abode. Hold close the wisdom imparted by Pope Francis, drawn from profound spiritual journeys and the quiet attentiveness to the divine woven into the everyday acts of faith. Those who hold dear the names of Mary and May will find her presence with them in their final moments. There is no greater solace than this as we navigate our path of faith, like a beacon illuminating the final strides of our earthly journey. Before we part ways, I wish to present you with a spiritual challenge for this month of May. 5 meaningful actions, one for each week, that will deepen your devotion to Mary. For the first week, let us engage in a mindful rosary. Engage in the practice of praying at least one mystery of the rosary each day, immersing yourself in the scenes as though you are present alongside Mary. In the second week, focus on consecrated images. Bring your Marian images to be blessed or perform the consecration yourself with the prayer we shared today. During the third week, embrace the Marian Eucharist. At every Mass, call upon Mary before and after receiving communion, using the words we have imparted. In the fourth week, dedicate yourself to acts of charity. Engage in an act of kindness each day as a tribute to Mary, imagining how she would respond in your situation. In the fifth week, reflect on the blessings you've experienced. Open up to a loved one about the ways Mary has changed your life this month. In our upcoming video, we will explore the positive outcomes these challenges have brought into your life. We invite you to share in the comments which of these 5 resonates as the most challenging for you. May divine blessings be upon you, and may the gentle embrace of the Virgin Mary shield you like a vast blue sky, cradling the flourishing earth. Your support for our channel is invaluable. Please consider leaving a like and sharing this message. Together, we can keep the flame of these essential teachings alive in our bewildering times. United, we create a vibrant community of faith that nurtures the devotion to the Virgin Mary and embraces the teachings inspired by Pope Francis, safeguarding a sacred flame that must forever burn bright. Your presence in this mission, which knows no boundaries and resonates deeply within hearts, is truly appreciated.